Hi, I'm Jason with bathbombmachine.com, and today we're going to unbox a B-49. So let's get at it. This box has got a B-49 and one mold set in it, and when it ships to you like this, it's about 125 pounds. You'll see that most of this I'm doing by myself, but there is a step where having a second person to lift the machine out is highly recommended. So let's get started. First, we're going to cut through some tape here. And this is taped a lot more when it's shipping, but for this video, we're just going to cut through one piece of tape and get it open. And what we've got here is basically a box within a box. So on this inner box, there's an important notice here with some other instructions for taking the machine out, and also a link to a YouTube video. And as soon as you open it, there's going to be three things I want you to know of. First of all, here's the operations manual for the B-49, and your packing slip will be tucked in the sleeve, so that's important to keep a hold of. We also include a spare parts kit. So there's some Allen wrenches, some fasteners, tubing, this fitting. We hope that you never have to use these, but if you do, we can help you make some repairs, just by guiding you through it remotely, and you'll be very glad you have these on hand. There's also this section of tubing. There's two sizes of tubing in the B-49. This is one of those types, so we include that. From here on in, we're just going to take out some pieces of foam, kind of work our way down in here. So come on in, look down in here. You can start to see the top of the B-49 here, and in this front corner is where we often put the extraction tool. So you can just grab that and pull that on out, set that aside. Now we're kind of reaching a point where we can't get these other pieces of foam out very easily. So what I'm going to do is, with a knife, I'm going to cut down these corners of these boxes and lay the sidewalls flat. Then we can remove the foam pieces and lift up the B-49 onto our workstation. So I'm going to start cutting those. Okay. I'm going to clear out some of this foam. Clean space is a safe space. So now we can start pulling these away. And you'll see we have a mold set in here. Now, I recommend, just to reduce weight, to pull these out, and also when you're lifting the machine, if these are still in, if you get it uneven, there's a potential for them to move a little bit. So I'm just going to grab the handle, give it a firm pull, and they'll all come out together. And we can set that aside. And now we're going to set up to lift this up onto our workstation. Okay, so now we have the B-49 on the bench. I'll show you how to install the molds. So when the machine ships, we have the regulator knob clicked up. That's why you can see this orange ring, and we have it set to 0 psi. So we're going to connect the air hose first, and then I'm going to show you how to adjust the pressure up. That will lift the upper cylinders up, and we will then install the molds. So first, when you're doing the hose, you got to pull back this outer collar, and this is a 3/8 male air fitting. Our B3 uses a smaller 1/4 inch. This uses quite a bit more air, so we've gone to a 3/8 industrial male. So you're going to get 3/8 industrial female size. And I hold on the regulator with my other hand because you're pushing these together. Do not hold out here because the mold plate could be going up and down with a lot of force. We want to keep our hands right here on the regulator. So I'm going to slide back and push it on. And now we're going to start increasing the pressure by turning this clockwise as you turn it. And it's going to take a few turns. And we want this black arrow to get up to the 100 number, which is 100 psi. right about there, and then we push it down to lock that in. Now we're just going to rotate the machine. It's pretty easy to slide around, it pivots nicely. So the way we pulled out the upper and lower mold assembly, they're kind of integrated together right now, and the easy way to get them apart is to put it on the extraction tool. So there's two handles, one in the front, one in the back, and we're just going to set it on here and push down. And then we have our upper mold and our lower mold block. Now all this together is one complete mold set. You can also purchase additional lower mold assemblies for any of our sizes, which lets you keep the B-49 pressing bath bombs more often. And the lower mold assembly includes the block, all the machined inserts that are in each of the cavities, and the extraction tool. You really only need one upper mold assembly per size. So that's kind of how that works. So to install this, there's a little notch that goes to the back. Push it in until it clicks. This gets pushed in until it clicks. Right there, and then it's ready to go. So that's our unboxing video for the B-49. Hopefully that was helpful to you. If you have any questions, send us an email at info@bathbombmachine.com. Thanks a lot. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick tour of our website at bathbombmachine.com. This is our home page. There's a navigation up here. This page itself actually lets you scroll down quite a ways to look at various information. But you can always get back to this home page by clicking on our logo up here in the left-hand corner. But I want to show you how to get to see our products, their pricing, and more details. So if you hover over the word shop, you can then click on bath bomb machines and see just the machines we offer, or molds and see just the molds. But if you click on the word shop itself, it will open a catalog that shows everything, all of our products. So the machines and the molds will be visible down below, and we have dozens of sizes, and we're coming out with new ones all the time. So another feature I want to show you about our website is if you hover over any of these photos, they become clickable, or you can hover over view details, and it will take you to a page specific to that product with more information. A lot of these pages have unique videos down below, so there's lots of things to look at here. And I also want to point out some unique things about our molds for the B-49. So I'm going to click back on shop, and we'll scroll down here to, how about the star mold here. So if you're getting just one mold set, you will need to purchase what's called the full mold, which includes the upper assembly, which is this plate with the upper elements that will slide in the machine and goes up and down with each press of the cylinders. And then it also includes the lower assembly, which is this lower mold block that slides in and out of the machine. Has these cavities and has inserts that drop down in here to help make the bottom of the shape. It also includes this extraction tool. Now this is up on end with the post looking at the camera, but it actually would lay flat with the post going straight up to the sky. And this tool is used to bring the bath bombs up out of each cavity after it's been pressed. But a unique feature about the B-49 is that this lower mold block is not held captive in the B-49 until you unload it. In fact, you have to quickly pull it out, and then you unload it outside of the B-49. And that's very intentional because we want to be able to have additional blocks of the same size be used in the machine. For example, if you had a total of 3 blocks, you could press a block, pull it out, have someone removing those bath bombs while someone else is filling a block, handing it to you. You press the block in, you actuate the machine, the B-49 presses more bath bombs, and you just get kind of an assembly line going. You repeat that process. So what we offer here is you can purchase the full mold set, but you can also purchase additional lower mold assemblies. And again, that includes the lower block, the insert for each of the cavities, and this tool. So if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us or send us an email. But I wanted to explain that little detail about the B-49 mold systems. So there's lots of resources up here. We have a page of stories of reviews that we've captured over the years from different companies we worked with. That's worth taking a look at. And again, you click on our logo and it will take you back to our homepage. Thank you. Hope that helped.